apart from
First leg,
losing
Kim
late.
to throw first. Game on.
Move, scoreboard, move.
It's very obedient nowadays, isn't it?
The voice activated.
120.
Well, that third dart wasn't obedient. It bounced out and it denies Huybrechts what could have been a 180.
Tends to save his best stuff for the European Tour, Kim Huybrechts.
96.
Obviously, he's a two-time winner on the Euro Tour. Should have beaten Mensur Suljovic, of course.
96.
Missed 7 darts for the title before Mensur claimed his first PDC crown. But there was a spell last year with 4 Euro Tours in relatively quick succession as Larsson fills it up.
180.
Yeah, there was a spell last year, 4 Euro Tours, he made 3 semi-finals and a final. And it's not as if he's doing that on a
140.
regular basis on the Pro Tour. We have just seen him playing a final on the Pro Tour quite recently this year. And one semi-final, and he's hitting 9 darter, so he is in form. But the European Tour just seems to bring something out of him. He's a big stage player.
145.
And this would be a big-time checkout, but it's not going to go. And Larsson will have a look at the 126.
And he'll look very carefully at that as well.
$137, and you require 126.
Great setup from Huybrechts. Will he get a go on that double 4? Treble 19 for ball for Larsson. He's going to get a go at the double 4.
86. Can you require 8?
I said yesterday that Larsson looks like Moby. It's just been pointed out by Chris Murphy. Michael Stipe from REM might be a better shout.
Ming the Merciless was another name thrown at me.
Game shot to the first leg.
Yesterday
Kim
as well.
Huybrechts.
It's the end of the leg as we know it.
Throw first.
1-0
Game on.
Huybrechts.
Nothing flash about that from Larsson though.
100.
But yeah, 4 semi-finals and a final last year on the European Tour for Kim Huybrechts. Yeah, that 9-dart finish came in the third Players' Championship event of the
93.
year. It was in his opening match against Sven Grön, who we've seen this weekend here. He then lost to Jamie Caven in the second round, Huybrechts, in that tournament.
100.
Daniel Larsson, of course, does have the best record on the European Tour of anybody right now, bearing in mind that he's played 1 game and won it.
140.
Perfection personified.
Well, he won it 6-0 as well, so, you know.
Absolutely.
Couldn't get much better. He's,
His record's been blemished there, though, with Huybrechts winning that leg.
well, certainly has. Coming through the
60.
Nordic qualifier, newly introduced this year on the European Tour. We've got one for the east of Europe, one for Nordic and Baltic countries.
98.
Yeah, that was held in Copenhagen, not Budapest, as I said yesterday.
There we go. That would make more sense,
It would
wouldn't
make
it?
more sense, although move it around. Why not? Let's make it
A
like
Nordic qualifier in Buenos Aires as Larsson
140.
leaves himself
Give me
101.
170.
Tim's not going to take out the 170.
No, he will not.
It's the only one he's
60.
qualified for, Daniel Larsson.
You
So, and we've already had the
recall
qualifiers
101.
for 3, 4, 5 and 6 in the European Tour.
Yeah, Marco Cantele, who he beat in the semi-finals to get here, I think has made 2 of those. Finland player.
85. Give me a call 110.
110 for Huybrechts to double his lead. Treble 18 for double. Nope.
56. Daniel, you require 60.
So double 8 for Larsson to square it off at 1 apiece. Double 4.
Game
it
shot in the second leg. Daniel Larsson.
Yeah, he had a
Kim
very
to
varied
throw
route
first.
through qualifying in that second Nordic-Baltic qualifier, or NBQ as we call it in the trade.
57.
Went to the full Rod Harrington as we call it there.
Inadvertently. That was very inadvertent. Can I just say that was inadvertent? Hallgrimur Egilson of Iceland, 6-1.
Beg your pardon?
95.
Johan Engström, Sweden, 6-3. Then Robert Wagner, not the American actor, but the Austro-Norwegian player, 6-1. Marco Cantele, 6-3. And
134.
Oskar Lukasiak of Sweden. So a bit of everything for Daniel Larsson in his route here.
It's not that long. We've had the Scandinavian Darts Corporation create their own
55.
tour. It's been going for a few years. That's one that Larsson plays on. It's where you see the likes of Magnus Carris, veteran,
140.
Per Larsson. Kim Viljanen's the guy who's been dominating it. He's top of the rankings. Daniel Larsson currently sat in the second spot.
Veiko Vinica was
32.
the man who
Give me a
qualified for Hildesheim.
170.
Big beard, looks like he lives in a cave.
$96.
Maybe he does. Can I give you my fact about Daniel Larsson, as he's stranded on 319, by the way?
In a minute.
Because we'll just see what Huybrechts can do.
180.
It'll be the final thing I say about
74.
Daniel Larsson all weekend, because Huybrechts here looking at double 16,
58.
and he's now looking at double 8s.
And
Well,
you
the
record
180 for Larsson has got
139.
him down to a finish, and this would be one heck of a couple of visits if he took that out. Not going to happen.
87.
The double 8 for
Give me a
Huybrechts to go
16.
back into the lead at 2-1, and the Belgian just looking to slide in alongside that. Yeah,
He
just like
charged in the
that.
third
Which
leg.
he does.
Kim Huybrechts. Well, Daniel
Please,
wants
tell
to
me
throw
more
first.
about Daniel Larsson.
Game on.
You know, when you're just trying to find out a little bit more detail, a little bit more background, he's from the Swedish town of Uppsala.
Yes?
125.
Two other Swedes of note come from the same town.
Oh. Magnus Magnusson.
Well, he's Icelandic for a start.
Oh.
98.
Seb Larsson, the former Arsenal footballer.
No,
Oh.
it's nobody called Larsson.
Is it that bloke who invented dynamite? Was he Swedish?
100.
You're on the right lines with dynamite, by the way. Think weapons. As
100.
That's some serious weaponry.
in the armoury of Kim Huybrechts.
Johnny Gatling. Look at this.
Look at this from Larsson.
Whoa.
Talking of
Forget about weapons. This is 3 180s
I
for the
queued that up
Swedes.
perfectly by mentioning weapons, and we've had back-to-back 180s ever since.
59.
On an
And
11
Uruguay,
darter to level
96.
things up. Treble 20 double 18 for Larsson. Yes. Oh, okay. Decent leave. Double 16. Yeah,
In
why
charge of
not?
full flag, Daniel Larsson. Fifth leg given to throw first.
Daniel Larsson. Level pegging at 2 apiece once in. Quickly, Hans Blix, the weapons inspector.
134.
Cockney rhyming slang for Twix. And also Anders Celsius, he of the temperature scale.
Wow.
From the very same town.
But you see, there's a
45.
little part of me that thinks
I was a bit
you
bored yesterday.
didn't have to look that up.
You know, it just dovetails sometimes, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Research. It just takes you,
96.
you start spiralling down a...
Into a
cauldron.
Wikipedia hole.
Yeah.
Well, I never. You learn every day's a school day,
sinkhole.
and it's no different here with the Happy Bet German Darts Masters.
140.
What we do need to know, the important stuff here, is that we are level at 2 apiece here. And Larsson
95.
is proving he's no one-hit wonder so far. 6-0 yesterday, and living with Huybrechts at this particular moment in time.
Well, look, I know this is the first time we've seen
100.
Larsson on the European tour, but it's not as if he's come out of a clear blue sky. He's been around for quite some time, played a lot of BDO stuff. He's played at the Lakeside a couple of times. He's a first-round loser
140.
on both occasions, but he did push Alan Norris to a deciding set in his most recent appearance, 2015. That was the year after Alan made the final at Lakeside.
100.
And it could be Alan Norris who
36.
awaits next. Norris or Barney, as Kim looks at double 9. And if this doesn't go, which
18.
it doesn't, then
And
Daniel
you're
Larsson has got a chance
116.
here. He's just taken out 96, 116, and he's in the lead. Needs a treble.
And he's found it. Double 18.
80.
No
You
cigar
require
for the
80.
Swede. Let off for Kim. But this can be a problem for some, and it's an even bigger problem now because he's
No
come
score.
inside and he's busted score.
And you require 36.
So we can start all over again, but he might not get the chance here. Double 18 this time for Larsson once more.
Surely off those two.
Underneath.
18.
Massive,
Here we
massive
require
let off for Kim
18.
Huybrechts.
4 darts missed for a 3-2 lead. Kim Huybrechts to punish him. He does
Shot,
exactly
fifth leg,
that.
Kim
And Kim Huybrechts, a bit of a
Fifth leg
charmed
Daniel
life
to
he led
throw
in that
first.
leg.
Game on.
But it is 5 consecutive holds of throw we've seen here, not without some nervy moments. For the former Players' Championship Finals runner-up, of course, Kim Huybrechts' his first PDC major final, beaten by Phil the Power Taylor. That was the weekend in Minehead, the home of World Darts.
How many homes of World Darts are there, Doug?
There's only ever one. It's wherever you happen to be at the time.
140.
Right now, the home of World Darts is Jena.
And, well, it has the credentials to be so because we have a very,
60.
very significant crowd snaking around the Sparkassen Arena from a very, very early time this morning. And we have almost 3,000 here, and they're witnessing Kim Huybrechts just potentially taking control here of this 6th leg on the Larsson throw. And he could be even bigger control here if he fails to find a big treble. 35 on the board so far.
54.
Yeah, Huybrechts needs to seize on this now.
Yeah, came down for the 25 or bull, missed it, but leaves himself the 81. I mean, you talk about the crowds in Germany, it's testament to how much it's grown over here, and the tour keeps expanding. They keep putting more events in Germany, they keep getting bigger crowds.
You require 81.
If you build it, they will come.
They certainly are. 12 for bull. Bullseye it is. Ooh, a lot closer than his last attempt, but not quite close enough. Larsson left with a massive one just to hold his throw and level things up.
Huybrechts surely will not mess around too much longer here.
41.
Larsson
You require 25.
hasn't really done himself any particular favours there. He's still on 1-1-2. Double 8 here though for Huybrechts, not a problem.
4-2.
4-2.
Leg. Kim Huybrechts. 7th leg, Kim to throw first.
14 darts. Leg for Huybrechts there.
Yeah, that 5th leg is looking increasingly important, isn't it? The 4 darts missed from Daniel Larsson to break and go 3-2 up. Take the lead for the first time in this match. Miss those ones, and then Huybrechts has really hit him hard. I was talking to a darts manufacturer who was saying that for the first time in their latest business figures, sales in Germany have actually outstripped those in the UK. Wow. It has grown by that much, and that is without a big, a figurehead player who's challenging in the latter stages of major tournaments. Obviously, they've got big hopes for Max Hopp, and if he plays like he did yesterday, then Max Hopp has got a chance this weekend if he can carry on doing it.
Yeah, so without a figurehead to
I mean, obviously,
Mensur
Suljovic, a German-speaking dart player based in Austria. But, I'm sure the Germans would, having
58.
Their own player who's a genuine contender for major titles right now, rather than one who may go on to challenge.
Yeah.
I think that would undoubtedly help grow
100.
Somebody to challenge the Dutch, as is often the way with German sport.
Well, they do enjoy it. Look at that. Kim Huybrechts will enjoy that. 3 maximums for Kim. 3 for Daniel Larsson as well, but Kim Huybrechts
all of a sudden just clicking into gear here, isn't he?
60. Kim, you require 104.
May look at the 18s. Treble he wants. Treble he gets. Double 16.
80.
He's going to come back. Best Larsson can do is leave himself on a double.
$60. Kim, you require 16.
So this to take himself to within 1 leg of a place in the 3rd round where he would face either Alan Norris or Barney.
12.
But he's not there yet.
And you require 120.
Shanghai for Larsson to claw one back here and break back. Well, there's the single. But there is no treble.
You see how frustrated he was. If you were going to miss the treble, that was exactly where he'd have placed it in the board as a guide.
60. Kim, you require 4.
Double 2 for 5-2. And that is exactly what's happened. The number 9 seed, Kim Huybrechts, is just a leg away from a meeting with either Alan Norris, winner of the German Darts Championship at the back end of last year, or Raymond van Barneveld, winner of 5 world titles. And a man, well, he could go on and claim the Premier League crown again. He's certainly in the mix this year.
Is. Alan Norris, by the way, is the man who Huybrechts beat or one of the men that Huybrechts beats. He ended the run of the defending champion in Hildesheim at the start of this year, or last month it was, in fact.
Yes, it was.
137.
No, but it was, Huybrechts who beat the defending champion Alan Norris in Hildesheim at the end of March. And looking at the draw, Huybrechts may well face the defending champion here as well, Michael van Gerwen, a potential opponent in the quarter-finals for Kim Huybrechts. Huybrechts must be sick of the sight of van Gerwen on the European Tour. 4 semi-final defeats by the world number 1 last year alone.
59.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be his opportunity and his time.
Well, he has beaten him. Beaten him in big games. Doesn't happen very often. But then again, doesn't very happen
100.
very often at all. Defeats of Michael van Gerwen in big games. Kim Huybrechts looking to end this very, very quickly. And Daniel Larsson, ever since missing those 4 darts for a 3-2 lead,
100.
he's just been second best by a dart or 2 in each leg. But I think he's shown that capable player in his European Tour debut. We're going to have to wait a long while to see him again on the European Tour, with the qualifiers already done for the next 4 events after this, and he's not made it through
60.
any of them. But I wouldn't rule out seeing him again later on in the year.
$135. Kim, you require 145.
Well, Larsson may get another leg on the board here, unless Kim Huybrechts can finish off in style. Tops he wants. Oh, my word, what a way to seal the deal.
Match, Kim Huybrechts.
A 145 checkout for Kim Huybrechts.